Hi, guys. So, I wanted to share with you today why I decided to become a travel agent. Yes, I am a travel agent. I am a travel business owner. If you did not know, you might as well call me the Judy of all trades because I'm out here just doing a little bit of everything, apparently. I did somebody's locks a few days ago. Just doing a lot of stuff out here in these streets. But anyway, let me focus. So, why I became a travel agent. It's a few, there's actually a few reasons. I'll spare you the details of like how I truly got into it. Um, but actually, I won't spare you the details because that's the whole point, right? So I went to a small business event and this was like a year ago, actually. It was a year ago. And got to meet some other small business owners. And I met this wonderful woman there. And she gave me her card. And I was actually planning to go on a business trip with my friend. We were actually going to an entrepreneur conference and in Texas. So at the time, I just had a lot on my mind. I had a lot going on. And I'm like, I don't want to have to deal with having to plan this trip. I did not want to look up flights. I didn't want to look up the hotel to stay at. I'm like, I just did. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to be bothered. So I called her up and I was like, hey, you know, I'm planning to go here, blah, 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 blah. And then she was like, okay. And because we had met at the small business event, whatever, and she was like, she's like, you can get paid for this trip, for booking this trip. And I'm just like, I don't want to be a travel agent. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. She's very respectful. She didn't push me, whatever. And so she booked my trip. It was so nice. It honestly, it's funny because that was the first time where I said, you know what, let me take my hands off of this situation because it's stressing me out and let me have someone else do it. It was great. It was great. All I had to do was say yes, no, no, yes, thumbs up. If I had questions, I asked questions, but it was easy peasy, 1, 2, 3, done. And it was nice. Had a great time. So when I had got back, maybe like, I don't know, a month later or 2 months later, some months down the line, not that far, she had a travel party and she invited me because she's from Charlotte. So I was like, okay, you know what, let me go. It'll bring me out to the Charlotte area. It's only like a little over an hour away. Get to meet some new people and whatnot. And looking at the presentation of the business, I was like, it did intimidate me. I'm not even gonna lie. It did intimidate me. But I'll share why I was intimidated. And hold on, my bad. Okay, so what got me to join was the very first thing that got me to join was the self-development. My camera is crooked, it's bothering me. The self-development, the training, the coaching that you get. I love that part because I was like, wait a minute, this will actually help me with Enticing Renew. And it has been like, it's the self-development, the coaching is amazing. It's amazing, truly. And the second thing is I can get paid on my own. I can get paid commission off my own trips. Y'all, I had no idea that commissions were already built in to like the booking fees and everything. Like it's built into that. So what do I mean by that? So if you go to Expedia, you go You get your flight, you get your hotel or whatever. You put everything together, and it's like, I don't know, $600 and something and whatnot. You actually you were your own travel agent, but you weren't getting paid for it. And I was like, wow, okay. So if you were to book with me, I don't charge you anything because they'll give me that commission. You know, Judy at your service. Anyway, uh, that was the other thing that got me, because I know that I am going to be traveling more. And so I'm like, oh yeah, it's a great investment. But again, I saw it a good investment in a few ways. Then it's another stream of income. That's another thing. This day and age, y'all, I don't know about y'all, but the prices of stuff and things like that, I'm like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. We need some more income. One stream of income is not enough. It's not enough. I'm being led into entrepreneurship anyway, so I already know that I'm gonna do multiple things, and a lot of the things that I'm gonna be doing is not going to be fully hands on. Okay, it's gonna be Judy making money in her sleep. Okay, and I'm like, with this business, there's so many different ways to make various forms of income. And I'm like, it's wild to me. It's wild to me because it's not just obviously it's the traveling part, like the booking, people's travel, but there's also the other side of the business as well. That you make multiple streams of income as well. So I'm just like, okay, this is interesting. This is really good. And let's be real, travel ain't never going out of business. Travel is never going out of business. Even when the pandemic was happening, people was traveling. Okay. I didn't travel during the pandemic, but I was outside though. I was outside. And speaking of, one of the other things why I did this is because I want to be able to show people that there's more to travel than just, oh, I gotta hop on a plane and go somewhere. Like, really thinking about, what does travel mean? So I want to share with you what travel means to me. So, well, actually, before I do that, traveling means going from one distance to the other, y'all. Like, a lot of people think that, again, you gotta hop on an airplane or, that's it. When you get in your car and you go to work, you're traveling. When you stand up and start walking, you're traveling. When you get on a train, you're traveling. You get on a bus, you're traveling. We travel every single day. And one of the things I realized is people don't even travel outside of their home, out of their city, out of their state, out of the country. And whatever, I'm not saying that it has to look a certain way for you, but my whole point is just enjoying what is around you. When's the last time you decided to go look at go visit a museum in your area? Or find out what different activities that they have? That's a part of travel. Being here in North Carolina, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff. And it's so cool because if someone was to ask me like, hey, what are some cool things to do? I'm visiting North Carolina. I could say, oh yeah, like I've been here or I'm doing this or, things like that. So that's a part of travel, y'all. Like, it's just so amazing. And, but traveling for me is an adventure. It's an adventure. Honestly, I love road trips. Road tripping is my thing. It's my thing. Why? Because sometimes I don't know what to I don't know what to expect. I just expect to have fun. I feel free when I'm in a car. I feel safe. I feel free. I feel like a bird just soaring down the road. Like, it's mind blowing when I take long distance drives. And I don't mean like I don't mean long distance as in an hour and a half. That's not long distance for me. That's local. I consider that a local drive. I mean like 3 hours plus. Okay, that 3 hours plus to get to a destination. You know, ripping and running state lines. A few years ago, was it 2 years ago? 3 years ago, maybe now. 3 years ago, I went on a road trip with a friend. We did one stop in Virginia. I think it was like 2 nights we stayed at. It was outside of Myrtle Beach in South Carolina because we didn't want to stay in the Myrtle Beach area, so we were like 15 minutes into another town. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then we drove to Tennessee and we stayed in Tennessee, I think 3 nights, 2 nights, something like that. And then booked it back to Jersey. That was fun. That was fun. And side note, as a travel agent, I don't just book hotels and book flights. Cruises, rail vacations, honeymoons, entertainment tickets like concert tickets, sports tickets, car rentals when you're at the airport, the airport parking. Like there's so much more to it. So I just wanted to share that with you as well. So I wanted to tell you what intimidated me about doing this business, because I had all of these I just had all of these thoughts that weren't even real about. I was like, oh, well, I feel like I'm going to have to sell stuff to people and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, wait, I don't have to sell anything. I don't. I mean, yeah, I'm going to talk about what I do and I'm going to share what I do with other people who are interested, but I don't have to shove anything down someone's throat. You know what I mean? I can ask. If they say no, they say no. And what do I mean by that? Like, for example, there was a Zoom travel party and I had a few people come on and log on. And I had some people ask me, like, like, oh, you trying to get me to be a travel agent? No, I'm not, but I'm presenting you with the opportunity, because then you can't say I did not tell you, because I know people who are frequent travelers, and I'm like, yo, the amount of money that they use, you know what I mean, the amount of time that they do traveling, they can actually get paid for that. Like, you know what I mean? Like that investment, that small investment is so worth it. It's going to pay for itself. You know what I mean? And then they can come into other opportunities. I'm talking too fast. Other opportunities, just with the benefits of being a travel agent, which is really cool as well. I had someone ask me, they was like, this sound like a Ponzi scheme. And I'm like, and I should have asked the person, what is a Ponzi scheme? What is it? What is a Ponzi scheme? But to be honest with you, I had that same mindset. And then I had to sit back and I'm like, what is a Ponzi scheme? Because I really didn't know. Like, I still to this day don't know what that is. And I realized this is a business model. If you actually look at a lot of businesses, it's a actual business model. So a lot of people always try to yell scam, 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 when it's not a scam. And then on top of that, I'm like, well, if you truly know me, and you really know who I am or claim to know who I am, why would I get you involved in a scam? Like, that's just, it's stupid. It's stupid. That's what it is. It's stupid. And I almost got offended. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to get offended. Like, for what? Like, you know what I mean? That's just someone, they're asking a question. It's a valid question. But it's a lot of things, a lot of assumptions. It's a lot of assumptions. So, but yeah. So that's basically how I got started and why I'm a travel agent. And, yeah. So I look forward to sharing a lot of things with you guys this summer. I'm just trying to have fun. And I did start a Facebook group. I haven't been as active as I could be, but that is going to shift soon. It is. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Also, I'll put in the description my booking website. It works the same way as you would use Expedia or these other booking.com, like all these other websites, booking sites. Works in the same way, because I know some people, they want to book their own trips. I get it. I was that person until that one time I was like, let me hand this off to somebody else because I ain't got time. Um, but yeah, so you can do that as well, or you can reach out to me and we'll talk and go from there. So yeah, so y'all be blessed.